You guys already know this video is going to be lit because I, Email. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the family. So today, as you can see in the little left-hand side or right-hand side of the screen, we've got that beautiful Polo right there. But yeah, we're going to check it out. We're going to speak to the owner of it, and then we're going to talk. It looks absolutely amazing just sitting there. It's lowered, so we're going to talk about how it's able to sit that low. But yeah, it's going to be a bit mad. Right, let me introduce you to the car and introduce you to the person.
You dim the lights, it's no surprise that you're in my mind. You fooled me once, you fooled me twice, and I ain't going back this time. We're making up, we're breaking up, I don't know why. I know you've been fooling around. You better watch out, you better watch out. Why'd you gotta do me like that? Why'd you gotta do me like that? Why'd you gotta do me like that? Why'd you gotta do me like that?
How you doing, my bro? You alright, yeah?
Good, all good.
That's good, that's good. What's your name?
My name's Tom, bro.
Tom, yeah? How you doing
That's
today?
I'm all good, man, all good.
Obviously, you're in my ends today. The first person to actually come to the ends
Beautiful area.
to film the car. I mean, how was the drive?
That's the one. It was all right, to be fair. Potholes, not the best in this, especially with the tyres, but you got to do it. UK roads, you know what they're like, so
that's
it's got to be done, man. It's got to be done.
She sits absolutely beautiful, man.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
She's lower, didn't she?
She's on air suspension.
Give us a little walk around the car and tell us, show us a little bit of what you've done.
In short, basically everything that you could do to a Polo, I've done in the sense of, apart from power, looks-wise, we've got WRC front end, max to the splitter, V-land headlights with a Blue Motion grille. Obviously, moving on, it's quite low because of the air suspension, so it's a bagged performance kit. We've got the rotor forms. I had one of my boys, big up Chaz, doing the side stripe for me there on the vinyl. It kind of just ties it in, settles it down for the shows and whatnot. Bringing it round, obviously standard 18-year-old mod, wind deflectors, who doesn't do it? Got the Instagram sticker. Moving on back. Not really much going on at the back for what I'd like yet. I'd like something more, maybe a diffuser or something whatnot. Yeah. But obviously, because it's an R-line, you've already got the R-line rear spoiler, R-line rear diffuser and whatnot. It kind of like settles it into the bumper, which I quite like. I've done things like the V-land lights to match the front on the back.
Are these from this year's Polo or
this is newer? So these fit the 6R and 6C, which is like the 2013 to 2017 generation, I believe, and then it changes to the AW Polos, which is like the newer class of new shape of Polos anyway. Yeah. Also just done the inlays on the badge there just to like sort it out. I'm trying to go for like a white chrome clean OEM plus look in a sense. Yeah. So I match both the badges there. As you can see, I got an exhaust going on. I don't know why, it's nothing fast, but it looks cool, sounds cool. Just a little turn down tip I had made on, put onto there.
I've seen those type of exhausters, there and there, one that come out and then they kind of bend down a little bit.
I mean, it's a common thing, you see it quite a lot on the Civics and whatnot, but I'd never seen it done on a Polo before, and I thought, you know what? If no one's done it before, it could look good or it could look really bad, so there's only one way to find out. And I quite like it, quite a lot of people do, they think it suits the car, and I mean, it's just another one of those little things. I think all the little things add up to something big, which is this, the big picture. I'm more than happy with where I've ended up at the car, especially for how old I am anyway to say. But
sweet. And how old are you, bro?
So I'm 18.
Oh, okay,
I'm 18, and like I said, if anyone knows what UK car insurance is like, this is why I've got a 1.2 at 18, and I've spent so much money on a 1.2. Here's your reason: insurance. Don't like me, don't like my name, don't like my area, everything about me, so this is what we end up with, man.
Well, I mean, for what it is, it looks absolutely crisp and beautiful, man.
Because I couldn't get nothing fast, so I thought, you know what, show scene's always been my thing, been around it in the family and whatnot. I thought it's my turn, make something cool, and here's the end product, and I'm more than happy with it, man.
Sweet, beautiful. Bro, this seats, man, I mean, Recaros, second car that's, I've filmed the Recaro seats in, they look absolutely amazing, man.
Honestly, bro, I've had these seats for probably 3 years now. The past 3 cars I've owned, I've put them in. They're literally out of a Corsa VXR, bog standard, there's no badges on them, they look clean, they hold you in, comfortable, never had a problem. I've done 4-hour plus road trips in them, never had a problem. They hold you and support you for what you need anyway.
So they're quite comfortable then, yeah?
100%, bro, 100%. And obviously I had to make brackets to make them fit because they wouldn't fit straight on. Obviously going from a Vauxhall to a VW, you've got to make your own rails and whatnot. So I've made some own brackets to keep them on the Vauxhall runners.
Beautiful, man. The seats look absolutely insane, man. Absolutely awesome.
Quick rundown. So obviously we'll start off with the main thing here. We've got the CS Carbon custom steering wheel with the LED lights and rev counter. I haven't got them wired up yet. Don't come for me. It's a job that I've been putting off for the past 6 months of my life. I'll do it one day. But this is actually an upgraded steering wheel because the old one had a different airbag style. It doesn't have the buttons, so I've put the buttons in, retrofitted the buttons, airbag. This is out of the newer Polos as well. You'll find it in a lot of the new Mark 7 Golfs and whatnot, etc. Moving on, I've done all my plastics to upgrade it in a sense, or update it to this gloss black sort of thing. So all of these trims are out of the newer Polo, which is the 6C.
What colour were they before?
There was like a matte flat, like sort of the same colour as the dash, I'd say, just like a flat black, but I think the gloss black with all the little accents and whatnot just bring a nice touch to a more modern car in a sense, if you know what I mean. Moving on down, I've got a bog standard, I can't even remember the brand of it now, carbon gear knob. Moving on down, underneath that I had a little Recaro shift boot sort of thing. I think that was from Ultimate Dubs last year when I first started showing this off, when I put the bags on it. Found that there. It's just all the little bits that I've done, like I've wrapped this in Alcantara down here, just all the little bits, put a badge on it and whatnot. Armrest, because these POV spec cars don't come with armrests from standard. But other than that, also, I don't know if you've noticed, but up above, we've got the
we've got the Starlight,
We've got the Starlights. I mean, that was a job that took me, I've done it 6 times now, that took me about 5 hours. I had it out the car at 12 o'clock and it was back in just after 5:30, so one of those, once you know what you're doing with it, a lot of people ask me, how do you do the Starlights, can you do them for me? It is such an easy job once you've done it once. I'd say doing it once, the only advice I can give you for anyone who wants to do it is map out how many stars you want, buy the kit off eBay, poke the holes through, hot glue gun, and as soon as it's in the car like this, nail clippers and just snip them off, and that's your final result. Unreal, man, the feeling in here. I'm not saying it's like a Rolls Royce, but when you've got stuff like that going on, you just feel a bit more higher power in a sense, if you know what.
And they're multiple colour, I'm guessing.
100%. Yeah, you can change the colour on them. You can have them off the radio on your phone. They can change the music, whatnot, etc. I did have the matching lights to go down under the footwell. But I've took them out as a minute. There was a bit too 17-year-old of me that was, but we've still got a lot going on. But there's a lot more
going on
back that way.
Right. Just before we got onto the back, I see your windscreen there. What we got going on? This is the second car I've ever seen this
in a short. I know a lot of people that do this when they put a sun strip on. They hide a lot of the stickers underneath it. So I've tried to keep it in a weird sense. This side is all the shows I've attended, all the shows I've been accepted to and whatnot. So just to name a few, we've got Driver Show, Gravity I was inside at, we've got Tucked, we've got Loco Cars and Coffee, Roll Hard I was inside at, and then the Gantry, that's actually a place where we went to, the Nürburgring in Germany, that was unreal. And then this side's sort of like the funny side, you know, any parts that have been on my car that come with a free sticker, throw them on. But yeah, I'm just trying to fill it out, man, really, just so can rep when I need to rep sort of thing. Got a few of the lads up there, big up Chaz and whatnot, doing the vinyls, but it's got to be done, man, it's got to be done. Love it.
Sweet, right, let's jump onto the back.
Sweet, man, let's do it.
The back is a complete different ball game, man.
It's kind of where it gets to the point where it's actually what I'd class as a show car nowadays. I mean, it's nothing crazy. I mean, there's still a lot more that I want to do going on forward. But just as a run down, I believe this is a JC Club Sport strut brace. It doesn't actually do anything. It literally just slits into the parcel shelf where it would be before. Moving on down, I made this custom false floor. Well, I say I made it. I bought it already cut out and whatnot. I had to rewrap it in Alcantara, etc. Got my air suspension tank there with hard wires. I've also added a fire extinguisher just because of electrical reasons.
Have you had any electrical?
I can't say I haven't, thankfully, which I'm quite glad about, and I never really want to use it because I don't want to have to paint another fire extinguisher. I didn't want a red one in the car, so I had to paint it red. Obviously Alcantara floor, and these speakers here, they are two 12-inch Vibe Edge speakers. They actually come out of a bog standard. Say you went to Halfords and you bought a sub box, whatnot, that's what you'd find in them. What I did is I took them out of the box, mounted them in the false floor, wired the amp and everything underneath it. That's where my compressor is and whatnot for the air suspension and all the management that stays underneath the floor.
So you can get under there if you needed to.
If needed to. There's literally one screw there and then it folds up on a hinge where I need to, because obviously every so often with air suspension you have to drain the tank because they get condensated and all the water catches in the hoses in the tank.
100%.
So it's quite a regular occurrence that I do have to lift the boot floor and drain the tank and whatnot. We've got little stuff like, I know it's not a Bentley, but it's VAG, so that'll do me. I got that off my boss at work. That's literally one of those things that you keep your oil in. It's perfect placement. I keep a bottle of oil in there because, again, it's VAG, you always need oil. Especially these little 1-2s, man, motorway journeys, they definitely tend to drink a bit of oil. But other than that, really and truly, it's quite subtly OEM plus, but you know it's a show car in a sense back here, which is kind of the look I went for. But Yeah.
There's only one thing to do is set the camera up inside
So
and
on, man. Let's
go
get
for
it
a little
done.
drive.
100%, bro.
Right, let's get it. Let's go. Right, so we're in the belly of the beast. Right, let's go.
Sweet,
Let's see what this little pocket rocket is about.
I won't go that far, but there's definitely, handling-wise, there's definitely something there.
Yeah.
There's definitely something
I mean,
there.
we've got some nice country roads for you too.
There is. It is a bit of a
show.
It's a bit of a B-road battery.
Yeah.
It hasn't got the power of like
Yeah.
you know the S3s and something you'd like, but
Yeah.
definitely when you do see a nice corner, you can definitely take it at ease with this.
Well, it's quite bumpy to say. The ride is very bumpy,
100%.
but obviously we got a nicer
As I was
flat
saying.
road and we should be all right.
As I was saying, it is my daily, so
Yeah.
work every day, back, dropping things everywhere. It's so stiff. It's to the point of you feel everything in the road, man, especially with the tyres.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm running 205, 35, 18s all round, and you got like that much profile sidewall.
That's crazy.
And with a stiff suspension, you're literally just, as you can see,
The whole camera is just moving around.
not even a gimbal would solve this. It is absolutely horrid. But other than the ride, you just feel like you're hurting the car, don't you? You do.
100%.
You just feel like you're hurting the car, but it's one of those, man. You've got to do it. If you want the looks, you got to do it.
Yeah, 100%. The seats are very, very nice, man. Very comfortable.
Appreciate it, bro. Like, as I said, they're out of Corsa VXR, those
Yeah.
are, so they're standard.
Proper holds you in as well.
They
which is
do.
really
Honestly,
nice.
that's what I like about them, and they're quite. You can fit them in quite a lot of things. I
Yeah.
mean, I know people that have put them in Lupos, Golfs. They put them in RS3s.
Really?
I'm not so sure you would do that, but I've seen it before, like sort of thing. And it's one of them. They're so universal because there's no badges on them. There's no branding apart from the Recaro.
Yeah. And everyone likes a Recaro branding, don't they? So,
100%. And they're kind of based off the CSs. So
Yeah.
these are like the POV spec in a sense version of the CSs.
Yeah.
Sorry if I've offended anyone there, but it's the truth. Of course, we've got someone blocking us on the twisty
Yeah.
roads. Always
Has
the
to
way,
be.
man.
Has to be.
But
We ain't even got enough power to overtake.
we haven't. Well, it depends if it's a hill coming up.
Yeah.
We'll have a go. But nah, these country roads is something where this car should be because it's
Yeah.
not got the speed, as I said,
100%.
in a sense.
So, talking about the exhaust, does it pop and bang? Does it do anything
I wouldn't
crazy?
say in a sense it pop and bangs, but like on low RPM down the rev range, you can definitely hear it burble, especially if, say like we're cruising along now and we start letting off, you'll hear a few occasional burbles
Yeah.
and whatnot. I was looking at getting it mapped. When I say mapped, I know I'm not going to gain no performance out of
Yeah.
a 1.2 NA. I'm just looking for like an overrun burble effect sort of
Right.
thing.
Should
that
be
you
able to
can
get
kinda,
that.
like let your foot off and you steer the few subtle pops. I don't want like bangs, but like a few little burbles is
Yeah.
kind of like what I'm going for.
So, what's the exhaust setup in this then?
So it's still got a flexi in, still got a cat in on the front. It's genuinely just a back box delete. So from cat back really, it's still got a standard cat in it. And then it's got a pie cut titanium exhaust tip welded onto it, which is obviously the downturn.
Yeah.
That was quite expensive to get made up, but I think it's one of those things, like I said, the little things really do add up for it and make it look the part.
100%.
But we'll see if we can let this car go and we'll let's see what she's like. But like I said, there's nothing to her. You're waiting, and there's nothing there. And you'll see how bumpy it is, especially on roads like these where you're watching the camera after and we'll be all over the road.
Is that full all the way?
Falls to the floor, take it all the way up the ramps. You've got nothing to it at all.
Got everything
bro.
dropping.
It's pathetic. The thing is though, because of the sound, it makes you feel like you're going a bit quicker than you are.
100%,
Of course, we're still doing the speed limit on the road, but other than that, there's nothing much more to it other than a showpiece.
To be fair, if it doesn't matter what car you got, if it's slow or not, there's
100%.
still always a certain way to have fun with
As
it.
I said, I'd just been to that track day in Donington with a few of the lads, and everyone there on that track that day was minimum 300, 350 brake plus, and there was me 60 brake, who was full throttle through every corner I possibly could, especially because it was a wet day as well. So there was like, I'm not saying I was keeping up with him in any sense, but there was an M2 there, and on the chicane, I could hit that chicane as fast as I could go, because I can't go much faster, sort of thing, in a sense.
Just a showpiece, isn't
Literally,
it?
100%, bro. It's just a showpiece. I mean, I've done a fair few shows in it now, and I'm starting to, I wouldn't say get into the scene. I mean, like, I'm trying to get my name out there in a sense. Like, obviously, I say Gravity, Roll Hard, and whatnot. I'm doing the exact same this year. As many shows as I can possible, we'll go for it. But got a bit of a straight here. Got
a hill, downhill as well.
to benefit for me, really, a bit of a downhill. But literally rev it out every gear,
Yeah.
and she just takes it, man. She absolutely just sits there.
It's really good in the that corner was big.
As bouncy as it is, it does just...
That corner was good. That corner was good.
It just sits there, man. That's what I do love about it, because as much as you can push me on a straight road, on a road like this, we're bumping all over the place. Absolutely feel like we're flying, but
This is jokes, bro. This
there's
is
nothing
jokes.
to it, man.
Yo!
I hope the camera got that. It's one of
Sure
those,
did.
we haven't got a fast car, but we're still both sat here smiling because it's just so
That is jokes, bro.
weird to be in, because you're all over the place. You feel like you're fighting torques here, but you're not. You're just going absolutely everywhere on the road.
That little bend we just hit, some cars, every car I've been in, I've done the feature and I've had to kind of like just stabilize myself a little bit.
Literally.
But just going, I was stabilizing, just going into that corner, I was like, wait, I can kind of just ease up and
Literally,
relax a little
you
bit.
can.
And it was so chill just going around.
It's
It
one of
was
those,
nice.
like I said, it hasn't got the power to like put you in that position. Do you know what I mean? In the sense of, say, if you're in a high-powered rear-wheel drive car, there, if you plant your foot, your
you're
back end's
finished.
coming out, sort of thing. But because there's nothing to this, like I said, it's self-explanatory, mate.
Yeah.
You can literally every corner.
The sound as well is crazy.
It does
man.
sound like it should be going somewhere.
Bend right. It's just so relaxed. I think that airbag is really, really good, man. It really keeps it
It
nice
does.
and planted.
It kind of like balances it in a sense, because obviously it's constantly throwing more pressure to what corner needs it.
Yeah, 100%.
So say that that front right one's just hit a pothole, it knows that needs more air, so it throws the air to it, which is good in a sense, because it's always balancing itself, fighting with itself.
Yeah. It's fun. It's
I mean,
fast,
it's a good
nice.
thing, I'd say, to build your confidence.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you learn how to handle a car, you learn how to drive a car.
And then when you get onto that big boy power car, you know exactly how to.
Exactly, bro. That's it, man. That's the way I see it, in a sense of, you can throw it around a bend, it'll take it. I'm not saying you're doing the fastest speed around the bend, but I know for a fact I'm full throttle either way around the bend regardless, you know what I mean? It's corner like this, full throttle.
That's a joke.
Just sits there, man. It's so happy around a corner. But it's weird though, because a lot of people, if you speak to, I'm not sure if you've been in a bag car before or whatnot, or if you speak to anyone who's got air suspension cars, the majority that I've spoken to, I'd say 5 out of 10 people say, oh, air ride handles like shit, this and that, I wouldn't bag my car. I was the same, I was honestly got the same. I didn't want to bag my car or whatnot, but when I thought, if I'm going all out for a showpiece, if I want my paintwork to be mint, if I want to keep my splitter intact, air ride is the way forward, do you know what I'm saying?
You can lift it up, bring it down whenever you need to.
Bro. And as I said to you, my driveway's like that, it's on a slope, I wouldn't be able to access my drive unless I had air suspension, but
100%.
it was one of the reasons I went for it anyway, obviously for the show side of things, and I believe personally you can get a lot lower on air suspension than static. There is a couple of the boys that do static in the Polo scene and they are killing it. Couldn't come near to how low they are or what they're doing. They are unreal, man. But this is one of those cars that I can't compare to anything else, if you know what I mean, man, because it's just, it does its own thing, but it does it quite well, if you know what I mean. Like I said, it's not fast, it takes a corner, looks the bollocks, in my opinion anyway. The only thing I could see myself doing in the future, I would put a bigger engine in it. I'd put the 1.8 turbo in, out the GTI. And then you're looking at big power. If you go stage 3, I mean, you need IS38, high pressure fuel pump, stuff like that, and you are looking at about 400, 420 brake. I know lads that have pushed it, but it's one of those, because then there's a counter argument of, if I do that and I go 400 brake, I'm not going to want the air suspension because of how bumpy it is. I want something that can take it, like BCs, and then I'm going to have to get rid of the tyres. So I don't want to be doing 120 mile an hour on stretch tyres. Do you know what I mean? It's just that thought in your back of your mind. So
100%.
in a sense of, if I do want to make it a fast car, it'll take away the fact of what I've been going for and towards with the car, if you know what I mean. It's not show car anymore. So I think best bet ideally for me is buy a GTI, make a fast car, got a fast car and a show car. Best of both worlds, really.
100%.
It's not the cheapest option, don't get me wrong.
That's
but,
true.
But as you know, anyone who's into cars knows nothing's cheap. There's a lot of people that say, oh, you're 18, you shouldn't be spending all your money on a car, save for a house.
Don't worry about them, man. Don't worry about them.
Literally, bro.
It's your pride and joy,
man,
you know?
Literally, I mean, MSB said it in one video, some people drink, some people smoke, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a petrol head through and through, man. It's in my veins.
Shout out to MSB, man.
100%,
His videos
man.
are mad.
He
mad
knows what he's
videos. videos.
Yeah, man, fair play to him.
Sick videos, man. MSB, if you're watching this, yeah, if you want to
Get it
do a
on.
feature, yeah, come show me what the RS3 is about, man.
Proper. Because of how young I am, and they think, oh, your dad's give you the money for this.
Yeah.
But through and through, I'll say to the day I die, I've had to work for everything I've got here, and that shows that it is possible.
Yeah.
If you want something, especially in my head, in my opinion, if I want something and I'm going to work for it, I'm going to get it, man, and that's exactly
how
we've ended up with this. I mean, I paid 4,000 for the car.
Yeah.
That was on 70k. It was a mint when I bought it, to be fair. And I've done a few things. I mean, I've added it up tally wise, and I wouldn't say I'm ashamed, because I absolutely love the outcome I've got, including the car. I'm about 11, 12 grand deep in this.
11 grand.
And it is a lot when you put it like that, but that's honest to God, bro.
That's
you could
insane.
When you have a look through the list, there's even stuff like the lock covers for the door. I've got R-line door lock covers, like all the stuff like paint you've got to buy, the Alcantara, stuff like that. The number plate, do you know what I mean? It all adds up.
Right, so guys, there you have it. The Polo, the VW Polo. Look at that front end, man. That looks absolutely incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. But yeah, man, it's been a little ride with my guy.
Honestly, appreciate it, bro. Unreal filmer.
Oh,
Unreal.
absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. I mean, bro, anything you've got to say to the camera, man? Anything you want to say?
Honestly, I couldn't mention enough. Up the boys. Anyone who's helped me with this build on the way. I know I said I've done a lot of this stuff myself. All the little stuff that I haven't done, haven't been able to do for many reasons. Keegan, one of them, for painting the bumper, all about cars. Don't take your car anywhere else for paint work. Big up Keegan. Stickers, my boy Chaz, stick with Chaz. Couldn't fault them. But this just proves to me, all I can say is, for my age, for what I've got, for what I've worked for, this is what it has to say, man. It's just something to look at, something that looks nice on the drive at the shows. But
nice.
Anyone who knows me knows that this is me, man. This is my car. But so my Instagram's on the side. It's TD6R. I'm on TikTok as well, Tom Denigan. I was looking at starting a YouTube channel, to be fair, but I want to try to get the TikTok out there more and get, popping and whatnot before I start moving on platforms.
Right, guys, you know what to do. If you want to hit him up on any of his socials, his Instagram, TikTok. I'm gonna leave it all down there in the description section below. Go check his stuff out. I've seen his stuff, absolutely amazing pictures on there. Obviously, you've got a camera as well, so you've been doing some photography as well there as well. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. And the next video after this, trust me, you don't want to miss, because we're having our first girl feature on the channel. BMW M140i, a white one. It's a mad car. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Ready, bro?
Peace.
Come on.